So back to my point when I was going to get into the 0 Hour stuff I was like, of course they're going to start off the show with QT Marshall on my birthday. They're like,
it's true. They didn't say
they did. I was like,
oh God. I was like, well, at least they're getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
That's kind of my feeling, because I was like, okay, well, they're getting it out of the way. And I could kind of see, I'm sitting here because I know how much you like hate this entire situation. I mean, we both hate QT and we both hate the factory, but because I mean, you know, but it was just, I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I was excited because I was like, I mean, yes, I get to see best friends, Rocky, the mystery partner, even though they showed the mystery partner in the VHS. That setup for that match was perfect. When Renee's face when Chucky T handed her the videotape and she said,
she was like, what am I supposed to do with this?
And Trent said, I emailed it, just watch the screen. It's great. I loved it. So I was like, yeah, again, I don't know why the factory is the foil here for Danhausen. I mean, maybe he's just so fed up with QT like we are that it's turning him into evil. Or because I was watching Matt Hardy's podcast this week and he called him Damaged Danhausen. And then JD saw my tweet.
Brokenhausen.
And JD saw my tweet and he said Damaged Hausen. So that works too.
Close.
But yeah, so
it's not the first time a few of you have been on the same page, because I'm pretty sure that you and Kevin Ely said like the exact same thing. And I can't remember what it was, but it was like the exact same thing. And I had to tweet at him when I was listening to him.
Oh, I did see your tweet.
I tweeted about it. It's on my tweeter. If Twitter's still there, oh my God. But you know. But it was one of those things where I was like, you almost verbatim. I'm like, you too. And something that happened on this show, and when we get to it, was something that both of you had also. Oh, it was the main event, I think. And both of you had almost said the exact same thing about what was going to happen. And I was like,
It's fantastic. We're all great
minds. Also, there was that was the beginning match, I was gonna say. But yeah, they got that out of the way. Danhausen looks like he's ready to wrestle though and have a feud, maybe.
I'm here for it. I'm here for this version of Danhausen. And I also, and Nikki pointed out too later on when they talked to Danhausen again, he was normal. Like the blood from the bloody paint he had was gone, and he was back to being the very nice, very evil Danhausen that we should all know.
I did notice that his makeup had changed a little bit because of when I was looking at potentially doing his face makeup for a Halloween special. And so now I'm forever, because I like paid so much attention and like watched tutorials of people doing his makeup. I will like forever be aware of his makeup.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, so I guess that's good.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked the aggressiveness. I like that he brought the teeth back, which, you know, he did a little bit of that in ROH. And so I didn't see a lot of I haven't seen the evil Danhausen as far as having the spike and things like that. Oh, and I thought it was perfect when they did after the match, when they did the pose and Danhausen standing with the spike in the air and Trent's looking at the spike and Orange is looking at him over his glasses like that. That whole thing was perfect. And I was just saying, I was like, man, I hope there's a BTE segment of them like talking about this version of Danhausen and trying to figure out like why he did that, and Danhausen like not explaining anything and be like, what are you talking about? It's like, I really hope we get that.
We can have BT again.
We should have it tomorrow, I'm assuming. Fingers crossed.
Oh my gosh, this week will be so wonderful. This was actually a kickoff. See, it just keeps giving.
Yes, it does.
Full gear just keeps giving.
It does.
I was very, very excited. I almost got mad at this match because I was like, Orange Cassidy has wrestled Will Ospreay and Katsuyori Shibata, and he's in this ridiculous match. And then I was like, this ridiculous match is awesome. Shut up. Relax. It's wrestling.
And that's the thing about Orange. He can do both. Orange is get you a man who can do both.
He was great.
He does the comedy bits so well, but then he does the Shibata matches and Will Ospreay matches with ease and Pac and all that stuff. I will say I'm not looking forward to him wrestling Jake Hager because Jake Hager doesn't have any business being near that title, but
but and then get it out of his system, maybe get him some more time. I mean, Jake Hager could turn what he's trying to do into something. I feel like he could, but there's a lot of that guy already, and it's so competitive.
It is.
So
right. So so that was fun, and they did get it out of the way.